I really appreciate you joining me today, and this story comes from Essex. A man has been convicted and jailed for the murder of his mother that took place on the 3rd of July 2021. 42-year-old Andrew Wilding set fire to his mother's home and then went to McDonald's to get a milkshake. The police would later gather CCTV evidence showing him outside his mother's home in the Southchurch Road area of Southend. Elsie Pinder was murdered in the early hours of the 3rd of July. Just 85 seconds after leaving his home, CCTV showed the smoke coming from the window, and it showed the severity of the fire, and also that Andrew would have been aware. His mother was 66 years old, and he was the sole carer, and he was responsible for looking after her in day-to-day activities. As the fire took hold, neighbours came out and they rang the police. They also fled the building. One brave person went into the building to try to rescue her because he believed that Mr. Wilding was also inside. Mr. Wilding then returned to the scene of the murder and pretended to have no idea what had happened, and also to be concerned for his mother. The murder investigation was launched by the police, but he was initially treated as a witness, and then he was arrested on suspicion of murder and also arson. He was released on bail while the investigation was ongoing. Throughout the investigation, they uncovered a number of internet searches relating to Wilding. He searched fires, arson, murder, and batteries involved in fires. There were also searches around inheritance payoffs and life expectancy of a person who had a stroke. A final search was carried out on June the 30th, and this was suspected arson, what to look for, battery. As a result of the findings, Wilding, 42, was rearrested on suspicion of murder, and he gave no answer to any of the questions in the interview. He was subsequently charged with the murder and also arson with intent to endanger life. He denied the charges at Basildon Crown Court, but he was convicted in December last year. He was given a life sentence to serve a minimum of 25 years. Detective Inspector Stuart Trust from Kent's Organised Crime Unit said, "This week justice has been served for Elsie and the rest of her family. Her son believed he concocted a believable story that would ensure that he would inherit her money and also not be punished for her murder, even though throughout the trial we laid out evidence that showed that he was beyond reasonable doubt." The police went on to say that Andrew knew that his mother would not be able to get out of the property, and despite her health issues, she was described as being full of laughter and also energy and was the kindest person that you would ever meet. So this story is disturbing and also goes to show how some people are so selfish that even their own parents don't mean anything to them. Andrew will now spend the rest of his life potentially in prison, and I want to send my condolences to the family of Elsie, and I really want to hear what people have to say on this story. Please don't forget to send your stories to news@scarcitystudios.com and follow on social media at Scarcity Studios and the website for the latest updates.